This is Noel Tate, one half of the Velvet Drapes from Trapped in a World, the Howard the Duck podcast, and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
This is Clay McLeod Chapman, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Capes and Lunatics podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that man who loves the state he lives in. I heard it on full stream ahead. Scroll down. It is
Charlie, the Professor Essa, SPHR from New Jersey.
And she who only loves the state of chaos. It is she loves the state she lives in.
There's chaos in you.
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Vengeance, Jerry. Alright, so tonight we are covering, well, so far, we're a little over halfway because there's been 5 episodes of Peacemaker, so we're going to cover the first 5 because I think there's, 3 more left, I believe. In season 1, because they say chances look good, there may be a season 2.
Chances are good for
Yeah, they're not letting James Gunn go. DC has their hooks into him.
Well, I think
they're not letting him go.
Well, I think the series is
the other way around.
No,
They're gonna let him make a show. So,
well, I think I saw this is getting better word of mouth in like those movies. So at least
that's the bar is so low on that. Though.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Pull your head out of your ass, sir.
Oh my.
So what you're saying, Lilith, is James Gunn isn't locked in with DC. DC is locked in with James Gunn.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's going to remake them in his own image. His own traumatastic image.
Spinoff, so.
Yeah, well, I for one endorse this message. I would very much like to see a James Gunn. I would love to see the James Gunniverse, because if nothing else, one thing you can say about James Gunn, he reads comics, he likes comic book characters, and he really loves just ridiculous deep dives.
And he loves
Matter Eater Lad, man.
And he loves aliens patterned after animals. After animal life.
And he loves making completely CGI characters. What's up, Eagly?
No, that's not a real. That's not a real eagle.
Bro, eagles are douchebags. It makes perfect sense why they're our national bird.
Although to be fair, so is this eagle. Eagly is
exactly.
a so.
Yeah, exactly.
I think honestly, there is nothing about Eagly that would make me think
Eagly's the best character on the show. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I thought you said he was friendly.
Like
I thought you said he was friendly. Oh wait, I thought you meant friendly to me.
I like Eagly. He's fun. I really like all the characters. And I know his name isn't Economist, but
it sounds like economy or economist. Yeah, I'm always like
Diebeard, damn it, Diebeard.
No,
because I'm a bully.
He is a bully, or I don't think Lilith's a bully.
I'm a bully. It's bully men. It's fine.
Diebeard, you mean stud?
Yes. Oh, and then you've got
ridiculous in this show. I was like, was that Gorilla Grodd in the last episode? I was like, we were so close, guys. Did they break it?
No, it was. They couldn't get Gorilla Grodd. They just. But that was the thing. So, are we talking spoilers?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
You've had
kids,
2 hours!
you've been... No, I mean, episode 5, it's been 2 days, and every other one, it's been how many weeks? So, yeah, spoiler alert.
What I'll say is, like, you know, the minute the gorilla escaped from the zoo, and of course, obviously, once they do, chimpanzees are 4 times stronger than humans.
There's monkey, yeah.
Yes, you know, if you are going to have a butterfly infect a human and take control, why not just take control of a gorilla?
Well, it was right there in the title, Monkey Dory, so you just knew. If you've been paying attention to the title, you just knew.
And if you munch on a monkey, it's going to get spanked.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
Better than choking that chicken.
But
Thank you, Blue Chew.
Oh, yes. Come on, we want a Blue Chew sponsorship. Please, Blue Chew.
If it's good enough for Joe Rogan, it's good enough for me.
But, I don't know. You're not Neil.
Joe Rogan.
Well, she's not Neil Young, so, you know. Anyway, no, it's a DC property, so, you know, a gorilla shows up. The first thing that goes through my head, I was like, wait, is it Grodd? Is it Monsieur Mala? Is it Ultra Humanite? I'm like, who is this? Or just the infected gorilla? No,
it's just a random butterfly gorilla that's there to be murdered.
Detective Chimp!
Poor gorilla.
I know. So I wonder. So it's like once the butterflies take someone's body. So is that it for them? I'm trying to remember if they said this or not. Are they dead? It's like you can't.
That's going to be the plot twist. Oh, you could have saved.
Oh yeah, if you could subdue them and get those butterflies out, yeah, they would have been fine.
Well, actually, my personal theory, and I don't know if this is held up by whatever has happened in comics with butterflies before. This is a wholly new thing because I have no idea. My personal theory is that no, you don't get that they're like symbiotes. You don't get subsumed by the butterfly. You just become enhanced by it, and so it's like you and the butterfly working together to be a greater being. And you know that's why Judo Master says, you know, you don't know. You think the butterflies are this, but they're actually.
They're here to help us and save us, idiots.
As they always are, man. Klaatu Verata Nikto.
So I'm guessing there's like 2 sides to the butterflies because, I mean, their boss is infected with one, but it's like, meanwhile, he had them hunting down people with butterflies, so it's like...
The butterflies he didn't like, you see.
That's what I'm saying. Is there a war going on between the butterflies?
Well, isn't it always a war that they bring into Earth, no matter what universe we're in? Aliens always bring their beef to Earth and put us in the world.
Well, duh.
Basically, this is DC doing a secret invasion before Marvel gets the chance to.
DC's done this in their animated universe before. So
is Marvel. It's
things like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a new concept. And then, quite frankly, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, pretty old. Actually predates Silver Age comics. So,
it's just James Gunn going, I want to do Starro again.
Yeah, well, basically.
More subtle.
More subtle. And I do think that the subtlety is the point. To where I think that the butterfly that is bonded with the leader is specifically a butterfly who is saying, you know what, maybe we've gone about this all wrong and maybe we need to have more control on the situation. I don't know. I don't know exactly what their motivation is, or maybe he assembled the most incompetent team ever to go against butterflies, but they're so...
Humans are gonna human.
Exactly, because incompetence... He didn't understand the Peter principle, where the incompetents would incompetent their way up the ladder to destroy them.
Oh my god, that was the best with the X-ray vision helmet this time. It's just just starts blowing people away.
This is like everything I want an Arrow to be. You get a new helmet of the week instead of an Arrow of the week.
Hey-o.
It's more violent, more gratuitous, better music, better actors.
Well, yeah, I mean, they couldn't get this gratuitous on the CW, but yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't give me a signal. Well, blowing people's heads off was the signal.
And like when you throw a grenade, run. That's kind of self-explanatory, babes.
The grenade could only kill 2 people. Well, how many could this? I don't know. I just invented it this morning.
Find out! You know I want one. It's on the list next to the bazooka film. I'm just saying.
All right, so I need to find that bomb to tie a grenade to it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's rewind to the beginning, though.
Yes.
Start with the first episode.
Oh, okay.
It didn't hook me, actually. I was a little iffy on the fence. The intro is the best intro on TV right
Yes! That intro's stuck in my head.
It's so James Gunn, it hurts.
Yeah. I mean, it works for me. It sets you up saying, this is a film.
Like glam rock? Because get ready!
Well, do you know who he hired to create that for him? I forget the lady's name, but it's the wife of Alan Tudyk.
It's funny.
Yeah, I forget.
I have no idea what you're saying, Phil.
The intro, he I don't know if she's a choreographer or something, but yeah, I forget what her name.
Well, it's highly choreographed.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I forget.
I don't know. I don't know the choreographer either.
Yeah, I don't know her name, but yeah, it's Alan Tudyk's wife.
Oh, well, there you go. Is Alan Tudyk in this? Man's in everything, so I don't put it past him. Who's voicing Eagly?
Who did he voice?
Who's voicing Eagly?
Oh, is he in it? I don't know.
No, he used to voice somebody in the animated world. I can't think of who it is on the DC side.
Oh yeah, was he in Harley? Was he in
Harley
Harley Quinn?
Isn't he? Right?
Oh, he was Swamp Thing in Harley Quinn, if I recall correctly. He was Swamp Thing in Harley Quinn, and yeah, he does a lot. He does a lot. He went to Juilliard. What do you want from the poor guy? You know?
Oh, he was
he can with what he has.
He was Calendar Man in Harley Quinn.
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
and his wife's name is Sharissa Barton.
Yes.
Okay. And, good for her that she's a choreographer. It's a great line of work to be in. Hard work to get into, and I'm glad that she found a great paying gig, because I'm sure she gets a nickel every time the intro plays.
Yeah.
So don't skip the intro.
Skip the intro either. So
yeah, me neither. Me neither.
You should. It's actually some of the most fun in the series, which isn't to distract from the series. It's just a really fun intro. It's
like, take that, BoJack.
Look, those are two completely different series. You can't compare. I know
I love BoJack. It's just a joke about how they make the joke about how they do the intro, the vanity intro, so that they know people are going to skip it on the streaming services.
Yes, but that's the thing. Well, I like vanity intros, and you should have vanity intros. You should.
Long as they're skippable, like commercials.
No, because that's half the fun of the show.
Oh, Lil said she's not skipping this one.
See, Lilith, she doesn't remember the glory days of theme songs.
No, I do.
Like, her idea of a theme song is Friends.
Golden Girls is a bop. DuckTales is a bop. They don't make bops like that anymore. Even Who's the Boss was a bop. I'm a 90s kid.
I know.
Again, Charlie.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I know. Belvedere. Facts of Life, all of that. Yes, very familiar.
Again, Charlie,
okay,
sir.
But then you start skipping them because, I've seen it before.
With the attention span of 90s kids, yeah, they not all shows do those flashy intros anymore.
I like the flashy intros.
I know.
And even, I like
they're good, yeah.
Time, But when they're a vanity intro, you gotta watch it, because there may be lore hidden in the intro, as we've seen again and again. If nothing else, you just got to watch those opening credits to see, wait, who's that actor playing? Yeah.
I don't think they changed anything. I think it's the same intro every time, right?
Yeah. I do like that Judo. Well, okay, if we're gonna go chronologically, so we'll go back to episode 1. Hey, we get boobs. I don't know if we've seen boobs yet again since then.
No, I think that's.
But they gave us boobs right off the back. They said, "This is HBO. We gift you boobs."
Well, duh.
Boobs, and
that's what the HBO's gonna do. It's gonna give you boobs. What up, Game of Thrones?
Not as much as they used to.
Well, because everybody doesn't want to show boobs, but this is kind of.
I know.
Like you kind of expect it.
Then you pay extra. Lilith, is what I'm saying. When you've built when boobs become a commodity, then you pay for the commodity. That was the whole reason for having boobs in the first place, because it was a commodity. And then people started to say, well, I don't want to do it anymore. And they said, well.
I see boobs for free, like right now.
So. Well, I know. You know what, Lilith? So can I, but I get tired of looking at them.
Yeah, Lilith.
They're great. They're voluptuous.
Talking about my own is the point.
Well,
yeah. Well, yes. And yes, I understand the idea that boobs are free when you seek them out. But it's the wild-caught boob that is the most enjoyable. That's just my opinion. Anyway, but yeah, we get our boobs, which is great. We get our sex, because we get a very fun little raw dog scene there. Well, I don't know if it's raw dog, but we're we're assuming it's
with that bunch, I would only assume.
Let's just say it's left up in the air. What precautions were taken during that delightful encounter between two consenting adults?
That would have been a funny scene if she would have been like, "Do you have a protection?" He'd been like, "Yeah, I got a gun right here."
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, yeah.
Expenses condoms, come on.
Yes. But that was enjoyable. You know, and I guess, like I said, the biggest problem for me with the first episode is just how almost, I don't want to say, it's like this, when you take Peacemaker out of the Suicide Squad heightened reality concept world and drop him into suburban America, how much he stands out becomes a bit more obvious and dramatic.
Yeah, I was still on the fence with episode 1, and I think a lot of it, because it was a lot of setup, and we didn't know about the butterflies. You know, even at the end of this episode, we're like, well, what was that? You know, I don't think that woman was human. What was all that about? And it was just a lot of setup of him joining the team and coming home to his red, white, and blue trailer. And Lilith, what do you think about the humorous take on Vigilante?
Ooh, I mean, it fits for the show.
Yeah, for the show.
Yeah, for the show it fits, but I'll give him that one mulligan on the comic book actor. I'll give him the one mulligan.
Well, didn't they say that's Adrian Chase's brother or something? So I guess it's kind of like, oh, he's not the serious one.
No, it's something else they stole from Arrow. It's not really the real Vigilante. It's the other Vigilante.
You haven't gotten an Adrian Chase yet.
Exactly. Prince Charming. Love the nickname. Kind of creepy, but
yeah. But it's the idea of and it's what Netflix did with their stuff all the time, where they wouldn't quite say it's not Nuke, it's Nuke's brother. It's like it's not quite the same name, but you know who he is, and we're just going to integrate him into this story. And in this situation, it's I like their vigilante. I like their take on him. I like him as he evolves, and I like that he really is as much a BA as he appears to be. For as clean cut and milk drinking home.
Is, yeah.
Yeah. Well, but that's the thing. I think he's not inept. I think he's inept in a social situation. But I think that, and like I said, his scene with the prisoners is a great example of this, when we get to episode 5. So again, it's like, wanting to go back, it's hard to go back, Lilith. There's a lot of big stuff to talk about. But that's
about, oh gosh, I'm blanking on her name. The girl from Orange is the New Black as Amanda Waller's daughter. How do we like that twist? Because she's technically the Colby. So.
Oh, I love her. I find her delightful.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's talking shit about him. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's in that cup?
Everybody's talking smack about Amanda Waller. She's just like, ugh.
I know.
But it's her mom, and she knows. It's one of those kind of like things when someone calls out your mom for stuff they do, and you're like, I can't sit here and say you're wrong. But maybe there is a part of me that wants to defend her, but knows I can't, because my mom is messed up, That's sort of what the idea is. And if your mom's Amanda Waller, I mean, yeah, your mom is messed up. But, I like the fact that they have Amanda Waller have a daughter in this. I like that you have this. Because actually, I think Amanda Waller has a couple of kids in DC continuity. At least she did at some point. And to me, the idea of, really grounding her in reality as this person who does have a family to protect and, understands all the risks of everything that she's going in for is really, really, central to who the character is. So I like that was a big reveal for this. I wish we knew more about her girlfriend, because I almost feel like I don't want that poor woman to get fridged, obviously.
Oh, it's gonna happen. Baby.
Oh, no. What if there's a twist? What if it's like, oh no, your mom, your mom had me, like, seduce you and like
backup.
Yeah, like she's like a plan for Waller or something. I could see that twist,
did a little Sharon Carter number on her.
Then the daughter's going to be, then the daughter's like, I'm not helping you, like, frame Peacemaker, and then it's going to be all like, no, mom.
The girlfriend is a butterfly, too.
Oh,
I mean,
maybe.
Actually, what I'll tell you is, but that's the thing, maybe that's going to be the big thing. Girlfriend is a butterfly, but it's like, and again, Secret Invasion.
She's the good butterfly.
Wait a minute.
There were Skrulls who just wanted to stop being Skrulls.
Didn't?
That, the Skrulls, you said, yes, I would rather be anything other than a Skrull. Because being a Skrull is awful. Because they are crazed, militaristic people who make you die all the time for some lost war we lost centuries ago, when we could just as easily go somewhere else. And so the idea of there being these good butterflies, and maybe her girlfriend, her wife, her fiance, whatever the relationship is a butterfly, is maybe a positive in the whole story. And maybe it's even one of these things where it's like, Amanda knows she's a butterfly, and that's what she's using over her daughter to get her to be a part of this, because she says, look, I know she's a good one. I know she's one of the good ones, but there's a lot of other ones out there that maybe aren't so good, and we need to deal with this problem.
No, don't
our organization.
Don't they have a dog? Because Vigilante in this episode, was he saying, "Oh, can they take over?" Was he talking about the butterfly taking over a dog? Watch, he was right again. Because this episode, he was like, "I want to kill some."
He likes the clothes.
Ah, that's true.
Also, was it the second episode where he's against Homunculus, or was that the third episode? This is the third episode. But I was like, shout out to Big Bang. Homunculus. Also a Warner Brothers property.
Oh yeah, Judo Master.
And the little spaceship, I was just like, oh, it's so cute, I want one.
That was just so funny, him fighting John Cena. What was that, like the fourth episode or something? Because Cena just towers over him, and it's like...
He's not even that tall. That makes me so funny.
I know. But
John Cena's not that tall?
No, I think he's shorter than Tom Cruise, honestly.
Oh, damn. But compared to Judo Master...
I think everyone's shorter than Tom Cruise.
That's a low bar, literally.
I mean, Hollywood's pretty short, actually. So.
Yeah.
Oh, but what do we think of Robert Patrick as his dad? The White Dragon.
They made him the White Dragon.
I know, they kind of combined, Peacekeeper's dad and the White Dragon. Yeah.
I can see it. I mean, obviously, yeah, and again, it's a variation on the thing, but I can also, it's sort of like, that whole, and this is where it gets into this entire idea about the need for peace and law and order, and how easily that drifts into fascism, and how easy it is to say, Zemo has a point, or, any of these, like, people have this point. It's like, but you know where this all leads. It never leads with, people that look like me getting into trouble. That's the idea. It's like, it comes down to that, when you take away that freedom and that individuality, it really starts to break down everybody's life.
So I'm wondering, I mean, I'm assuming the dad's going to play a bigger part towards the end, because I'm like, so far, all he's done is like, he's given his son those helmets.
Oh, guys.
And I know, after the helmet thing, all he's done so far, basically, is get arrested, and just like, he spends every episode just insulting that female detective.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the truth of it, is he is absolutely, here's the thing, he's a supervillain past his prime. And I'm not convinced he's building all of these weapons himself. I really am not.
I know that room where he had those helmets looked a little too high tech, just like the secret portal.
Conventional spacey, yeah.
Yeah, that seems like he was gifted something by some
mother boxes and boom tubes, baby.
Yeah, there's some
not super connected.
Either that, or he's working with the butterflies or something.
Yeah. Well, what you can say? Well, wouldn't that be interesting? His dad was a butterfly the whole time.
That's what I'm thinking. He might have to.
Oh, he's a manhunter, basically. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Poor Wally West.
That might be the last episode. He might have to kill the father. He might have to kill his own father.
No, that's going to be like the season 2 opener.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great comedy. I can't believe James Gunn actually wrote and directed every single episode. Well, at least so far. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
You don't really see that in this day and age.
I know. But yeah, I heard a quote. I mean, I heard this quote before, but he's like, yeah, you know, he wanted to do Peacemaker. He's like, I just envisioned what would Captain America be like if he was a douchebag. Shut up, Lil.
Walker!
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That is my new dream fight. Peacemaker versus John Walker. Either live action comics. Yeah. I mean, live action would be the best.
I mean, depending on how you. I mean, like, and that's what you get down to. It's like this Peacemaker versus like MCU John Walker.
That would be good.
It would be good, but MCU John Walker is first off way more rational and sane than this guy.
This guy is.
I want the U.S. agent that's in Devil's Reign versus. You just know that he's gonna up it a notch.
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, the problem here. See, that's the thing is, U.S. agent isn't a man-child. He is.
He's petty. He's irrational. Gets drunk on power.
Yeah, that doesn't make him a man-child.
That doesn't make him. That doesn't make him a man-child, Lilith. It makes him a politician, Lilith Hellfire.
Well, no, it makes him, and that's sort of the thing. It's like in being a man-child, and in this way, I'm saying he is a person with a highly stunted, and not even just a stunted like intellectual capacity or emotional capacity, but just almost a person who is stuck in this state of childishness and unable to either grow or transfer beyond it in a way that is, you know, sometimes stylized for beauty and humor and fun and delight and like, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could all be that manic pixie dream girl? And this is a manic pixie dream man.
Thank you for your drop.
You know, this is a manic pixie dream man who...
For who?
For whoever
for James
wants...
Gunn? Okay, for James Gunn.
For James Gunn, yes, quite frankly.
There we go. I can work with that.
You know, this is this guy who comes into your life with all kinds of chaos, but is a good, true blue.
Redo, like, honestly?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it just me?
The protagonist with the evil father? Oh, okay.
Loves rock music? Like, come on.
Gun. With a gun. Uh-huh. Okay, I see. Uh-huh.
Ragtag team. Incompetence. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know. I will...
This is a mixtape for this show. It's over. We're going to have beef.
I mean, you go online, you can find the list of all the songs
you
they
put
have.
it on Spotify.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, actual, like, the vinyl that you saw at Walmart during Christmas. No, don't do it.
Well, once it's done.
I mean, I think the show's getting enough popularity. They might do that. So is he gonna eventually make the transition to all DC? Because did you see? I guess he was saying Guardians 3. They're promoting it with like, you're never gonna see this team of Guardians again after Guardians 3.
Well, Guardians is passe now, anyway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the new phase. That doesn't work in the new phase.
So I'm thinking some of them are going to die or something. They're either retired
and it may be
or
that Marvel has outgrown James Gunn.
Yeah.
You know, to
I
be
was
honest.
they even hired him in the first place, even for Guardians. Like, didn't seem like a cup of tea. He's not very coachable.
I mean, unless they're...
He has to be coachable for Marvel / Disney, so, you know, he's not a big team player. He wants it his way. And DC's more than happy to cater to, you know, the egos.
And again, I mean, they might just be moving in a different direction, too, because, I mean, we're getting Adam Warlock. I mean, we could be getting an Infinity Watch or something.
That next phase, we're beyond it.
Yeah. And to be fair, what Marvel likes, they like to get young hot shots. Give them a break.
Coachable.
Exactly.
Easily manipulated. Doesn't know the game too well. Yeah.
Well, no. I mean,
yes.
Look, whoa.
Jon Favreau's still making bank.
Well, he's a team player. Another
exactly
thing.
That's the thing. But they got him.
James Gunn is not a team player.
Well, yeah, and that's the problem for James Gunn. It's like he doesn't want to be a team player, so he's not going to get that. He's not going to get that long-term, you know, vineyard money. He's going to get his. He's going to get his short-term, you know, high-rise apartment money. Yeah, he's going to get. You know, he's going to get what he wants for right now. And you know, Favreau, he's going to have. You know, he's going to have estates, and he's going to have legacies, and he's going to have these things. And you know, James Gunn, he's going to burn bright, burn strong, and probably burn for a long time. But it'll always be burning, you know, and that can be fun too. It all depends on what you want. If you just want to burn, you might as well burn. And that's what James Gunn is going to do. He's going to burn, because he knows he can always make more movies. Because he knows you can make movies for super cheap. So he's never going to have a moment where he doesn't get to make a movie. He knows, growing up with the Trauma Group, that he can just do this forever. That's not hard. And he knows that whatever else he does in life, he's going to do it how he wants to. And some people will give him $1 million to make a movie. Some people will give him $10 million to make a movie. Some people will give him $200 million to make a movie. And he doesn't care because he gets paid the same, no matter what you spent on the movie. And that's a great place to be as an artist as well.
I'm big all over.
I was just going to say, I was like, episodes 1 and 2 didn't really hook me. I was like, okay, I'm going to give it to the third episode. Thank God the third episode actually like really kicked into high gear.
Yeah.
I was taking it off the watch list.
Because once we got up past the mess of that first episode, which bled over into episode 2, once they started getting going, and the whole thing. We
got to kill some people, like a lot of people.
Action,
really going on.
Action. We know what the mission is now and stuff. You know, they actually.
I didn't think they were going to ever tell us what butterflies were.
Well, I was going to say it's not Naomi. We're not going that slow.
We'll save that for the mid-season finale.
Oh my! I thought you said Bendis wasn't attached to that, but I saw in the credits. I thought the producer said.
No, he's a producer.
Yeah, Brian Bendis.
He should be executive producer at the very least. It's
a
very fishy thing going on over there, but that's a topic for another day.
Oh my! The fall of Warners. But no, like you said, by episode 3, I was hooked. I mean, the bar.
Oh, he only wrote the first 3. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. This episode I like the most is 5 so far.
Who
he directed it, but somebody else wrote it. So he's
okay.
directing all the episodes, but and he wrote the first 3 so far, and it looks like he might have written 6. So he hasn't written them all. So that's a bright spot, Mike.
Well, like I said, it sounds like it looks like they might be gunning for season 2 is pretty much all but greenlit. So I wonder.
Spin-off of Bloodsport.
Yeah. So I wonder if part of that is him. He's already hard at work on season 2.
I wouldn't doubt it, and I'm very surprised that they actually are shooting in Canada still. Yeah, they're shooting they shoot that show in Vancouver as well. Just goes to show you what a better budget does for the production values. Although season 1 and 2 of Arrow, good production values. Stuff blew up all the time. No, that's like production value. Like we had like explosions.
We got real arrows, damn it.
Instead of just always being in the damn arrow cave.
Exactly.
Well, that's the difference between being, arguably on HBO, where it's a subscription service, where HBO has a budget that they can then decide where to put that budget, versus being on a network show where you are driven by ad revenues and eyeballs, and how much you can contribute to it, even as a lost leader, becomes much more problematic.
Eyeballs and penises.
What are you spend this budget on? Fake blood, explosions, and boobs.
Well,
and
for what Lilith will say, you can get boobs cheaply, you just, don't always have the boobs attached to someone who has a lot of speaking parts.
You need the money, gimme. What do boobs need speaking parts for?
Oh!
Not on a date.
Oh!
Anyway.
Some people like it when the boobs speak, Lilith. I'm sorry.
I watch a lot of TV and a lot of movies with the sound off. That's all I'm saying. Captions maybe, but sound off definitely.
Again, and Charlie Esser, you don't want to skimp on the boobs, okay?
Well, they didn't in this one.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but you were saying you get boobs for cheap. You don't want the cheap boobs.
No, but...
Where's it going? To a strip club on Monday morning?
At this point in modern technology, you can get...
I've still seen bad boob jobs.
Well, yeah, you can, but you don't pay as much for those, and, you don't skimp on it, like Phil said. But there were enough good to offset the bad, so...
Not in the face! So what did we read this week?
Oh, let's get to some comics. All right.
Yeah.
There's always room for comics.
God, there's enough of them this week.
Phil's Comics
I
Corner.
just picked up all my comics today. They're all Marvel, so...
Whoa.
And they're all ones that Phil read, too, so... You guys, you say what you will, now I'll join in where I can.
You didn't get any indie bucks?
No, because I couldn't go in the store, and there were no indie books out that I normally get that were out this week.
Oh, okay.
So all my indies were in the last couple of weeks. This week was letting me for any ongoing indie I read. So I couldn't go in and just pick one off the shelf because I couldn't go in because technically...
Because you have to wear pants in the store, Charlie, no matter how much you would wish otherwise.
Yes, well. Anyway.
All right.
Moving right along.
Oh, Lilith, I don't know. Do you have any indies?
Oh, can I talk about the worst comic book I read this week really quick?
Yeah,
sure.
Just throw out whatever you want.
Aquaman, Green Arrow, Deep Target, number 4 belongs straight in the trash or next to your toilet in case you run out of toilet paper. What the hell was that?
I mean, was it any worse than the first 3 issues?
It was like my eyeball got a paper cut. What the hell was that? How can you ruin 2 of my favorite characters? I don't get it.
It's the whole...
By putting them together.
It's the whole time travel...
No, they're fine, but...
It's the whole messing with the timeline thing, because now Oliver Queen's like Aquaman, and Arthur Curry's Green Arrow, and
I don't mean any disrespect to Brandon Thomas, who wrote it, and the artist Ronan Clickett, but no, this is a no for me, dog. Absolute, utter travesty and a mess. Don't mess with time travel. Like... Can we just make that a rule now? For DC specifically? No more flashpoints. No more running from bullets. None of that.
And again, I know like modern comics we like to decompress, but it's like we really need 7 issues for this.
7 issues for this. When other issues get like 3, maybe 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say they could have did this in 3 or 4.
They could have done it in 2.
Yeah.
2 supersized and be done with it.
Can I be honest? This kind of sounds like it might have been a what if. You could do like a nice one-shot what if. That might have been kind of cool.
Like an Elseworlds or something, yeah.
It's too many Silver Age homages that aren't done well. They're aesthetic. I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do with I can't see the forest for the trees, and it's issue 4, so...
Hey, Lilith.
Something's not good.
Hey, Lilith, I'm gonna get you home to your dead mom.
Yikes. Just yikes. It's just so convoluted, and they're like trying to do it for nostalgia, but I don't even think I don't know. These guys seem pretty young for them to be trying to write nostalgia for people our age, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's just what it seems like to me.
And I mean, every so often, I guess you could do it, but like, I'm not here for Green Arrow to do like time travel stuff. I mean...
You know what? I'm going to say, you know what was a better plot, and I hated this book? It was The Changeling. You remember that Arrowverse tie-in book with the Flash and...
Oh, yeah.
That was a better time. And that was absolutely terrible. It was a travesty.
Oh, my.
That was better than this. So far. They could pull it out in the last 2 issues. I don't think so, but they could.
Yeah, I mean, I know after this, they're doing the Aquaman's book with all the Aquaman, whatever you're calling it, but...
It would be Aquaman, not Aquaman's.
Well, yeah, but I put nothing past DC. I swear in that office they probably say Batman's and not Batman, so...
Listen, I just want to know the real secret. Why does this book exist? I literally don't know. It makes no sense.
Do you think are they trying to drum up interest for solo series for both of them again?
Well, this is going to kill any interest for it. It's doing the opposite.
I know, I'm like...
It had momentum before this.
I'm like, this... I mean, Aquaman, I don't have the vested interest you do, but like Green Arrow, I'm like, this isn't Green Arrow. You know, this is...
I mean, literally your other Batman, and this is what you're doing?
I don't come here for this Green Arrow, yeah. I want the street level guy.
I'd rather read a Connor Hawke story at this point, Philip.
Oh! Burn!
And I don't mean the good Justice League storyline.
Oh!
Yeah.
You're talking that, oh, hey, there's my dead dad. Oh, wait, it's Travis Morgan. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this is an absolute mess. I hope they pull it out in the next 2 issues, but I think they've officially, and maybe this is what they kind of secretly just to make the point of only Batman sells. They're trying to kill everybody. I mean, they're killing off the Justice League.
Who? Warner's trying to kill everybody?
Yeah. If you're not Batman or Superman or Wonder Woman, you don't matter. And that's the problem.
I think
there's a big 7.
I think at this point,
technically 8.
At this point, if you're not Batman related, you don't matter.
That's what it feels like, and it's a shame. They're gonna lose so much business with this strategy. This literally feels like they're trying to kill the characters.
You think they're
justifying not making a solo series, even though I know which one's getting a series again.
Who? What was it? Aquaman getting one with all the sidekicks and stuff.
Yeah. So. But Green Arrow, literally your other Batman. Like, if there was ever a time to be pushing Green Arrow with your obsession with Batman, now is the time. What are you doing?
Exactly, and if, with the hype of all the Batman stuff, you can always, do green Batman. I mean, if you think all things Batman sell.
I'm just saying that's how everybody perceives him.
Yeah.
And that's how you kind of like lure them in, and then you hook them with something completely.
No, that's what I'm saying is like that's their mentality. They're like, everything Batman sells, so why wouldn't they paint him as like another Batman type?
He was literally created as the knockoff Batman, so like, let's do something. We need to save this character.
I mean,
it's getting bad.
Batman's big. I mean, this Moon Knight character across the street's going to be blowing up big, so come on.
Saying. Shoot. What else can we talk about?
Oh,
while Charlie's gone.
I was going to say, the only indie I got, the new Gunslinger Spawn came out.
Yes, of course.
So what you think of that?
I'm gonna buy that book until the day they stop making it.
I know. So what do you think of Clown? He's actually separated himself from Violator now.
I don't know how long that's going to last. What loophole they pulled that out of?
I know. They're gonna make Clown his own group now.
No.
Or no, he's gonna be like a new. He's gonna be a big.
We need more toys.
Yeah. Well, and plus, what are they gonna make him like a big king of hell now or something because he got this extra power boost? Prince, yeah.
But yeah, I don't want any more Clown toys done by McFarlane at all, period. They're creepy as hell. Nightmare fuel.
They're supposed to be.
I know what they're supposed to be. I don't need any more of it, is what I'm saying.
I'm a little scared.
Now, clowns make me angry. Irrationally angry. Well, not irrationally, but they make me angry.
So, clowns. Let me make them list. Clowns, everything else. Okay. I know, number one. So I think you agree. I mean, Gunslinger Spawn's the best Spawn book out right now, correct?
It's not. I think it's just that for the last. It's not oversaturated like the other Spawn book.
Yeah, I think
you can just jump in and it's fun.
I think Gunslinger's first, followed by King Spawn.
King Spawn's so good too.
Yeah. King Spawn.
You still need a heavy knowledge with King Spawn, but like I feel like with Gunslinger, that's for like newbies. They can just jump in at any issue. There's a little bit of an overarching plot, but pretty much it's just fun, destruction, and gratuitousness. Yeah,
no, I mean Gunslinger's basically just like early Captain America. He's the man out of time. I mean, it's just, but he's way out of time. Late 1800s. He can't read. He sees all these fancy modern inventions, like what's a toilet, stuff like that.
Do Spawns need toilets?
I think he was pointed out to him, and I don't know if he does, but someone pointed out, he's like, "What is this?"
Everybody needs a little privacy to choke their chicken, Charlie.
Whoa!
Although along those lines,
don't mind me.
Do Spawns
along those lines? If he's a gunslinger, they had privies, they had outhouses.
Yeah, but we're talking indoor plumbing.
Well, indoor plumbing, it's a marvel. Although, as has been pointed out, plumbing, dates back to ancient Rome and ancient China in certain situations. It's not an unheard of concept. And the basic physical structures are relatively the same. It's a thing you sit on with a hole in it. And it's like,
but
okay.
You don't have the hot sun beating down through the wood beams either, in most cases nowadays.
Well, yeah, we have air conditioning. Has he been questioning why is it so cold in here? It was hot outside, and here it is cold. Have we returned to the depths of heck?
Oh my! No, I think the better example was that he took a motorcycle and then he ran out of gas, and that kid's like, "You got to put gas in." He's like, "What's that?"
That's fair.
When I first got my car, I was like, "Oh yeah."
I was like, "What's this E? And what's that E for? Enough?"
Exactly. Enough to get you home. As long as you're downhill.
All right. Someone else throw out a book.
Let's talk some Marvel so Charlie can join in.
Okay. Here we got a fun one. Who here read Iron Man 16?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna tell you right now. My favorite line in this book is when Tony Stark gifts New York City with the intellect of Tony Stark, and Reed says, "I think I may have just become dumber."
I just don't know how we got here. Like, when did Iron Man become a space opera?
Oh, that was a couple issues ago.
Well, I mean,
I know. I'm just saying, like, how did that?
Well, he went to stop Korvac. Yeah, I mean, they were chasing Korvac for a couple issues, and it's just, I know, that's what I'm thinking too. I finished this issue as well.
I like it. It's different, but I was just like, this really isn't. Your mama's Iron Man story for sure.
Oh, don't worry. We're getting back to that. Did you guys see the headline for, I guess, what is it, issue 20? It's coming up in a few months.
Oh, what's that?
They're teasing. They're like, oh, is Tony Stark going to propose to Patsy Walker?
Patsy Walker? She doesn't want to be his friend.
Well, I think she just feels they're better as just friends, you know?
He has a type.
She doesn't even want to be his friend.
No,
Get out of here, you bum.
He has a type.
But you can see, like, throughout this, it's Beyond Her Doom all over again.
Yes.
It's just like, let me further! Rather than, you know, there's no ascension beyond his mortal plane. There's no point where he's like, I understand why you're fearful, and I want to help us all work through that so that we can become better cosmic beings. It's like, no! I am just the same me I always was.
I am the captain of bad life decisions.
I am the now he's the god of bad life decisions.
Exactly.
Oh,
Look
yes.
at me, behold it. The power cosmic of bad decisions.
This is nice, though, the arguing couple in Brooklyn who suddenly can sort of understand each other. That was actually a very sweet scene to show a positive for this.
Well, I'll tell you this. This is the best Avengers cameo in a while.
Oh,
That
my.
other Avengers book that came out this week. Woo! Poop Central.
What, forever?
Ooh, although here's a fun fact, because it gives you timeline clues when you see these Avengers.
Oh, I love the beginning of the issue when that group that went to space is like, oh, basically, oh yeah, Ben Reilly and Misty Knight moved on to the bigger book.
Yeah, well,
See
you
you
know.
later, bunkies.
They said, good for them. He needed the win. They respect. You know, hey, look, if you are B tier, C tier heroes, you always respect when one of your own gets knocked up to the big leagues for a bit. You're like, you know, Ben needed the win. But no, but you see here, we see our Starbrand in Little Jumper, which means this predates the events of the last Avengers.
Yes.
Where she pre-teened up.
Ages up, yeah.
Which is, I am not excessively comfortable with whatever they're doing with Starbrand right now. I hope someone somewhere at Marvel will run into a room and say, don't do what I think you're doing with this kid. So, don't do Ajax. Not cool. Not cool.
But you just know, like, the crap is hitting the fan when, or one hope against God of Bad Life Decisions is who we go to on the last page.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. Speaking of bad life decisions,
That's that slide whistle.
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Is she basically just thinking, well, Doom was the only, that basically Reed has been dumbed down to Tony Stark levels and won't be able to handle this? It's like, but Doom would have been outside of the city at the time. And may still have the intellectual ability.
Doombot. I thought we'd been over that.
Well, I was going to say, too, even if it wasn't just the city, you know, Doom probably has all kinds of magic spells and, like, there's something built into that armor. He's like, nobody's messing with my mind.
Yeah. But the idea is just the idea of...
Save us, you're our only hope, college dropout.
Should have get Otto, except unfortunately, Otto also would have been dumbed down to Tony Stark levels.
Maybe not. What if he was going through that portal when that hit?
This is true. Or maybe he has, maybe he too has fail-safes. Also a man who wants to protect his mind. Yeah, but the big wheel situation here, which was fun. Like, everyone getting the Tony Stark intellect is fun. I also found it weird that they seem to also get all of his knowledge of technology and the like.
I wonder if that's on purpose. I wonder if we're going to see, like, the downside of this whole thing where it's like, you know, some people are going to start getting like addictions and stuff, and his like.
Well, I mean, I don't know how long that particular experiment is going to last.
People trying to hunt down redheads.
They don't seem to undo it. Yeah, they don't seem to undo it, but I also don't know if they keep it. It's weird and it's bothersome, especially in the sense that he has just made every human being in New York City a Tony Stark level intellect for whatever that means, which means at the same time that there are people who had some sort of developmental delays that now have Tony Stark, because we see this even affects children, and like all sorts of people, where taking it away now also becomes its own cruelty as well. Basically, there's these extended rippling out consequences for these actions, which, oh gee, wait, maybe that's why you shouldn't do these things, because there will be extended rippling out consequences when you make a choice like this, that when you undo it, you have to start saying, well, no, wait, we want to undo it, but we don't want to undo it for these people or that person who maybe has had an advantage from it, you know? Honestly, just in the short of this, just healing the sick might have been like the better way to do this, rather than, you know, I'm just going to make everyone smarter. It's like, maybe make people all Captain America super soldiers so no one gets sick or dies of cancer anymore. Like, wouldn't that be the idea? Like, that would have been the smart thing. Like, you know, if what causes problems is people's physical frailties, maybe just make everybody a little bit more physically fit so that they're healthier.
2 words, Tony Stark.
Yes, I understand that's the premise, but still, it's like, but this is the limitations. Power set to a limited mind is still a limited mind. Whether you're Korvac or, you know, there's a reason why mostly Galacti have these things. With great power. Oh wait, I forgot the rest of it. Never mind. Oh yeah, what book does that happen in?
That was Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Peter,
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, where Captain America and the Black Cat are trying to retrain Peter, and then I guess Beyond's trying to rebuild Ben's. So you know what's going to happen. They're doing the playbook just like I thought they're going to do. Ben Reilly, when this is all said and done, is going to get his own book probably. He's going to have the powers. He's going to remember the villains, all that, but he's not going to have Peter's memories. He's going to be his new own man.
How do you feel about that? I think that's what I've always wondered for him, but how do you specifically feel about that?
I'm intrigued. I want to see this. I can't wait for it to happen. You know, just, you know, again, they're
really
going to
make him his own man, distinctive, separate.
Again, I think it's interesting because you don't have to be saddled with all the Peter stuff, because even in the 90s when he had all the memories and everything, you know, it's like they did his like first early days as a clone, and you know he was contemplating suicide. And he's like, I hate that I come from a guy who doesn't believe in suicide and all this, and you know, just everything is always, you know, and great power and great responsibilities in his head, and it's like, hey, that didn't even happen to me, but it still influences every.
I think that's why I relate a little bit to Ben Reilly.
Exactly. So no, I'm intrigued. So you know, they can do a Spider-Man thing, but they can do stuff Peter wouldn't do, you know. Or wouldn't act.
Well, didn't they do that, like, with Kane as the Scarlet Spider?
Kinda, yeah.
All the power, none of the responsibility.
Yeah,
I mean,
but who cared about Kane?
Yeah, but he was a total douche. I mean, you can still have Ben Reilly be like somewhat of a nice guy, but it's like, yeah, he might do stuff that Peter necessarily wouldn't.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you think make him an anti-hero instead of a straight-up hero, just to separate him?
Maybe.
Maybe he pulls a Daredevil and accidentally kills someone.
Oh, like
absolutely on purpose.
Like a little hellfire on a Saturday night. Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
You know, I will say this. I find it, you know, I find it an interesting concept. That, I mean, I don't want him to lose being part of the Parker family. I want him to know who May was. I want him to know who Peter was. I want him to remember Mary Jane. But that's the thing. It's like most of his life, no matter how you slice it, it ends at a certain point and it starts again. I
just wonder, maybe he'll retain the details, like he knows who Peter is. Maybe he'll remember his relationship with Peter, but he's not going to have like Peter's childhood memories and stuff, you know.
I mean, like I said, who knows what they're going to do?
Saddled from the baggage just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
No. You know,
especially
he needs
if you
to.
Want new readers. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's his one downside. It's like, people like, you know, he's literally a copy of Peter. So yeah. So I think this is what this is. They're trying to change all that.
Yeah. Although I also found it interesting that I get the feeling that this is more of that tech that Beyond stole from Otto.
Oh, memory stuff, maybe.
Memory stuff, rewriting memories, deleting the scaffolding, and how to make a proper clone.
Look out!
Oh no, he's gonna call himself.
We might not need the Purple Man after world.
Oh.
It's all connected.
Oh, no.
Super connected.
Ben Riley's going to be calling himself Superior.
Superior puss.
Yeah, although speaking of clones, this was a pretty disturbing scene with Dr. Kafka and Maxine Power.
Kafka!
And, when she puts the thing on, the thing is, we always have use for clones.
She's Amanda Waller at this point. If you know, you know.
Oh, I know. She's quite evil.
Well, she's worse than Waller, because, I mean...
Not even evil. She's just like...
No, I think she kind of is evil, because it's like Amanda Waller, as horrible as things she does, she thinks she's doing it.
She's lawful evil, damn it.
Well, yeah, Amanda Waller thinks she's doing it for the safety of the world or the country or something. Yeah, I think Maxine Danger's just in it for, hey, our stock price is going down.
I mean, late-stage capitalism. Gotta love it.
Exactly.
Yeah. All depends on what the Beyond's goal is.
Oh, I did want to bring up an indie. I think it was out on shelves, like actually in comic books this week. But I've had it for a while that I couldn't talk about it. Into the Blue by David Chisholm. It's from Z2 Comics. It's $20, but stay with me.
It's like really big.
Yeah, it's really big, and the art is really beautiful, and it's this big mystery wrapped in an enigma centered in jazz. So if you like mysteries and jazz, I think this is a really cool book. It was something different. I don't know, like it just really kind of like spoke to me. It's about this lady who gave up the jazz scene. She goes to see like one of her mentors at a jazz concert or whatever, and he like kind of falls into a comatose, and when she touches him, she kind of gets these flashes, and it kind of turns her life upside down, and she just investigates the mystery. What is the blue? Maybe at the end of it, in the next one, she maybe it's an alternate life. She gets to go back and start over again if she wants. Maybe, we don't know, but maybe, possibly. So I thought it was a fun story. So is it just something different?
So is it like graphic novel size?
Graphic novel, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's you get more bang for your buck for $20.
I was gonna say $20, but yeah.
It's not DC. It's not a Black Label comic.
It's a nice hard cardstock.
Yes, it is. It's
magazine format.
Very hardy.
Charlie, I don't know if you read it, but Lilith, I did mention it to you last night, so if you read it, I just want to bring it up so you didn't read
Winter
it.
Soldier?
Yeah, Devil's Reign Winter Soldier.
I didn't get to it yet.
Oh.
Thank you for the recommendation.
What, you like?
I avoid the Winter Soldier like the plague, so thank you for the recommendation.
Did you like the twist of the
I did.
Winter Soldier Kingpin fight? Oh, okay. Basically, Charlie, Fisk is fighting him while he's sleepwalking.
Fisk is fighting Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Fisk is sleepwalking.
Yes. Fisk is sleepwalking. It seems like that whole Daredevil mind wipe thing is really bugging him. Because he's.
Oh my!
He was just looking for the milk and cookies. Who are we kidding here?
But I didn't know if it was just like artistic license, Lilith. But like when Fisk lays down in bed, there's like a red. It almost looks like a red or a pink. Like his eyes are glowing or something.
That's not artistic license. That's a clue, buddy.
So I'm like, okay, I'm sure this is never gonna happen. But I'm like, could the title Devil's Reign be literal? Could Mephisto be driving Fisk? I mean,
well, he's also exposing himself to a lot of Kilgrave pheromones.
True.
And while he's using that to control others,
what's stopping it from controlling him?
Yeah, well, it's sort of like, and it's sort of, remember Lex Luthor's kryptonite ring, just keeping it close by, because it can't affect him, but maybe a little.
I didn't know if maybe or maybe Fisk, or maybe Fisk experimented on himself, because he must just be going in the rages in his sleep, Charlie, because, Winter Soldier breaks into the mansion, and it's just, all his, bodyguards are dead, too. Fisk must have killed them in his sleep, so he's, raging in his sleep.
That's not good.
No.
That is not good. That is a big red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Thunderbolts to the rescue, baby!
But, yeah, I think this one was just a one-shot because it's Winter Soldier breaks in because he wants his own foul Fisk has on him because there's stuff he can't remember, but he takes everyone else's, all the other heroes' fouls and burns them so Fisk doesn't have them.
He did one good.
And of course, it's steering Winter Soldier right to Captain America #0, which is going to spin out those 2 Captain America series.
Do we need too? Really?
Well, Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson.
Again, do we need to?
You have a problem with the whole franchise, I know.
It's like, pick a lane and stay in it.
I was
Don't
gonna-
go backtracking now.
I was going to say, kids, it's not one or the other. Lilith Hellfire hates every Captain America.
It's true.
All right, so
Did you see the What If with a Miles Captain America?
I did see that ad.
Nothing could make me like Captain. I like Chris Evans. He can get it. But
So-
Captain America can kick rocks. And he could have stayed in that iceberg as far as
So is that a whole event, like multiple Miles, and then aren't we doing something with Gwen too, where we're getting like multiple Gwens
We're getting
too?
ready for Into the Spider-Verse, baby!
I know, but it's like we're playing them as not spider people, so I'm confused.
Well, as we saw from Otto's
There he is!
adventures,
There he is, Jerry!
Oh yeah.
Otto's can take many forms.
Oh yeah, Charlie, did you read Devil's Reign 3? They actually explained that.
Yeah.
It actually explained, oh yeah, in those universes, Otto took over those bodies instead of Spider-Man's. I'm like, okay, that makes more sense.
Oh, I didn't really read that it is that.
Oh, I thought they said so. I didn't get that from the first issue of Superior 4, but from Devil's Reign 3 I did.
Yeah, no, I read Devil's Reign too. I took it just to me that they were always Ottos, but that in this universe, essentially, the way you could frame it is like in this universe, Otto was born. That basically Otto Octavius is a being who can be reborn in many lives, and in one he was a Howlet, and one he was a Blaze, and in one he was a Banner.
Well, there's one page in 3 at the bottom. He says each of you inhabited a hero from your universe.
Yeah, but it seems basic by the flashbacks that as they were children, they were Ottos too.
Also, two different writers, probably. I think so. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what
That
getting shared?
Yeah, I read that more to be that you became a hero in your own universe based on heroes from this universe, and yada yada yada. I did not take this to be like the Superior Wolverine is Otto Octavius taking over Wolverine's brain. Although, why not?
Yeah. All right. So should we end it there? Because Charlie has another
a whole nother
show to get to. Yes.
Yep.
And Lilith has a bed to hold down. So
Make sure it doesn't float away.
that's right.
Doing my best.
It's probably with those helium-filled beds. They're very comfortable.
Helium. All right, kids. So yes, send us your thoughts on all new comics. There were a lot this week. 3 more episodes of Peacemaker this season. So send your thoughts on those. See, I keep wanting to say Peacemaker.
Ghostkeeper. Make it a...
So send your thoughts on all that stuff. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Find links to all the social media for all the shows we do. Links to the Facebook fan groups. Links to this YouTube channel. I do this show with some pretty co-hosts, both of them. So so go to the YouTube, check it. Oh, stop, Lil. All right, see, you shy away from it, Lil. Charlie throws himself on it. He's like, yes.
You need that dynamic.
One of them throws.
So I was actually just looking up the Peacemaker thing because I knew that there was an atomic warhead, either called a Peacemaker or a Peacekeeper. And so that's where the confusion comes, because it is the LGM 11-8A Peacekeeper U.S. nuclear warhead. Although I actually think the original Colt 45 was called the Peacemaker.
Well, and plus, there's a Batman storyline.
DC has a character.
There was Peacekeepers in Batman not too long ago, and Ghostmaker. Yeah, so they're really muddying the waters.
Okay.
All right.
So basically, there's a lot of ways you can work on these lines.
Exactly.
Understood.
All right, kids. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And most importantly, if you can, please subscribe to the Patreon. Once again, we're holding this down ourselves. We're not backed by any Amanda Waller or anybody. So if you can, please subscribe to the Patreon. $3 to $5 gets you all the creator interviews early, Mr. DG Chichester early every month. And exclusively only the Patreon, the worst superhero comic book movie brackets. Once again, the first one went up. See how Captain America fared against Howard the Duck. That's the 1990s Captain. The 1990 Captain America. Yes, Lilith loves ducks.
You know how duck penises work, right?
So subscribe now before you miss episode 2 of 2015's Fantastic Four vs. X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh man, I'm gonna be vomiting, crying, and throwing up the whole night.
Yeah, we usually do it on Saturday nights, yeah. Alright, so, and while you're watching that, do it in your Capes and Lunatics or Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks t-shirts or all the merchandise. Get everything
Make sure you have some beverages.
Of the adult nature. Alright, so find everything I just mentioned all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. Alright, Miss Throw Up and Hungover Lilith Hellfire, where can people find you?
You guys want to hang with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, live tweeting Naomi. I think that's literally the only thing I watch live. Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69. And of course, on TikTok, making the spicy comments at Lilith Hellfire69. Duh.
What do Lilith and Peacemaker have in common?
Don't pull it out unless you're going to use it. That's true for guns and penises. Bigger is better.
Alright, Charlie Esser.
Well, they can always write to me their old-fashioned email way, where mothers and fathers once did. At superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, @gmail.com. Of course, follow me on the Twitter as I live tweet all sorts of things, including Naomi when I don't fall asleep. At Charlie Esser, that's CharlieEsser. Look for the 2 E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
Thank you, Maz.
I could see Maz like in Peacemaker.
He might.
It's actually kind of highbrow. I don't think.
What's he doing on this crew?
He might enjoy it, I can't say.
Maz is an enigma, man. You never know.
Enigma wrapped in a mystery.
A riddle wrapped in a handsome, skinny riddle, yes. Alright, kids. For another...
He's a nice guy.
He is. Alright, for another week, we have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Yeah. Freedom!
Music, please.
See, subscribe to YouTube. Get the Charlie yesterday. Alright, kids, come back next week. And remember, eat freedom, mother...
Hello, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Dr. Issues.
And we're hosts of Capes on the Couch, the podcast where comics get counseling.
Superheroes don't always get to go home happy. That's where we come in.
We offer psychiatric and mental health analysis of comic book characters.
So check us out at capesonthecouch.live and across all social media platforms at Capes on the Couch.